Hello, welcome to another edition of Drogheda District Chamber Taking Care of Business. I'm Michael Gerrard. Shane from the Limo team is here taking some photos. And my special guest today is the legend, that is Barlow Moore from the Railway Tavern. Barlow, how are you?
I'm grand, Michael. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Railway.
Cheers, thanks a million. So listen, just a bit of background. When did you get into the pub business?
When did I get into the pub business? 1995. I went to Germany. I had 3 pubs in Germany. And then I came back over here. We took the lease over here in 2000. And basically, 5 years in Tullyallen, 2005, 2010. Then that amazing crash came. So I came back to the Railway, tail between my legs, and back again. So, that's where we are now. And we're doing very well. We're doing brilliantly. So
how has the industry changed then since you started off, looking back in Germany and stuff? Is it completely different setup over there compared to over here, the pub trade?
The one thing in Germany when I was there, the pint never went up. 6 years there, it never went up a penny. And when I came back here, every few months it was going up by 10p or 20p. I remember saying to the lads, we just can't be doing this all the time, And then the government as well, they were upping it. So it's stabilised a bit now. With inflation and all that. But thank God we are not putting it up at every chance. As publicans, we're not putting it up at every time. The government has eased off as well. We are just stabilised at the moment. So price-wise, we're doing okay, I think.
And like people hear about, people in the industry, like the publican and the hospitality industry, about the 13% VAT. I mean, does that affect you? And if it was lowered, how much benefit would that be good from your end of things?
If we were only paying 13% VAT, reduction to 10%, would that be passed on to the customer? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Some would, some wouldn't. So, no. Like if it was reduced to 20%, it would help, like business-wise, but it's certainly, I can't see it helping the punter. If it was 3% down, you're not going to say, okay, points will go down 10 cents. I just don't think it'll work that way,
Yeah.
So,
like you mentioned there, you had 3 pubs in Germany back in the day. But before that, I think, were you involved in retail at some stage? And what was the name of the shop and where was that shop? It was based in Drogheda, was it?
That was Mail Image, 1983. A long time ago. Anyone out there still got the leather jackets and all that? Miami Vice suits. You can name a few names out there.
Back in style again.
Back in style. What, Miami Vice?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, there'd be some laughs over in the Weavers. They were all the lads with the Miami Vice suits.
And the haircuts.
And the famous one was no shirt, no socks, and spray the lads' ankles with a bit of false tan. Mick, if you're listening to this, you know who I'm talking about. But David, so we 1983 in Lawrence Street. We opened in the town centre in 85. Sold up in 91. Then I was dabbling around leather jackets, Barlow's bargains, selling shirts, doing anything and everything. And that's when, 94 I heard about, I kind of wanted to get into the pub game, but we couldn't here. You couldn't buy a pub yet. Well, you had to have the money to buy a pub. But we heard about the Irish pub phenomenon in Germany. And myself and a pal of mine, Frank, we scoured Germany until eventually we came across a lovely little pub in a small town called Wittenbrook. And we opened there. And then I moved to another town called Warendorf. And I had, nearly 6 great years there. So, thank God for the likes of Mr. Brady, Jerry Brady Sr. He was buying up pubs in town. And he was giving lads like myself and many others an opportunity to lease out the bars at not a huge cost. So that's how I got into the pubs here in Ireland. So yeah, that's a little story from me there.
So, I mean, okay, you're here a fair long time now at this stage, and of course, like COVID happened, and yet again, that took its toll on a lot of businesses, but yet you're still here. But like the likes of yourself, and probably, I can't think of any of the pubs in town, that you had to reinvent yourself when things eased off, like, takeaway points, cocktails, all that type of stuff. How popular was that during COVID? And obviously staying within the rules, but like, yet you probably did really well out of that, considering that the rest of the business was gone. Nobody could come in, so they could come up here in the car, get 5 or 6 points, take them away, sit at the back garden. Luckily, the weather was good. So how busy were you during that time?
Absolutely brilliant. Unfortunate thing that COVID. But yeah, after 3 months of taking every picture down in the pub, reframing it, painting, I said I have to do something, going stir crazy. And I used to be going out to the bin every morning, and there'd be a lad, Andrew, that lives up in Wheaton Hall, and around 11 o'clock Andrew would be walking down the road. And I said to him one day, and he'd come back up about an hour later. I said, Andrew, where do you be going every morning? I used to go down to Ariosa to get a cup of coffee, walking from home, obviously. And I said, you'd walk the whole way from Wheaton Hall to Lawrence Street for a coffee? He said, yeah. So I said to Jake and Nico, there must be something in this coffee, so will we chance it? So we chanced it, and it's an absolute brilliant asset now. We're open from 8:30 in the morning for coffee and close at 4, but it keeps the pub open all day. Takeaway pints and cocktails was one of the funniest, some of the funniest things I have ever come across. The lads getting the takeaway pints was brilliant. But when we started to do the cocktails, well, then the women got involved. And that was...
an experience.
Oh, an absolute 4 or 5 lads driving there on a Friday night and Saturday night and going round bootfuls of drink. There's some great photographs of that, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, we had to reinvent ourselves, and it kept us going, kept them sane. And then all that, the opening of, maybe for 2 hours, and then you had to buy a fucking cheese and ham sandwich for, I'll spend, what do you have to spend, 8 quid? Or
something like that.
9 quid, yeah. Like, if a ham and cheese sandwich is going to stop you from getting COVID, well, jury's out on that one.
Yeah.
But, look, we had to stay within the rules, and we did. And mistakes were made, and fun was made as well. So, anyway, we're out of that COVID now. Hope it never comes back.
And like the great thing is reinvented during the COVID, and the coffee's very successful as well. But obviously recently as well, we're upstairs now, which used to be a pool room up here, and recently over the last few months you turned it into sort of a function room stroke cocktail bar. So how's that going so far, and whose idea was that?
Well, when Nico came back from Australia, he wanted to really get into the cocktails, and we were doing them at the bar. It was too messy, wasn't enough room, so we put this cocktail bar upstairs, and this is kind of Nico's baby. Himself and Carl was looking after the cocktails. So Friday and Saturday night, great atmosphere, great little buzz, little function room as well. So that has really helped the pub as well.
So how's the functions taken off? I know, like, my wife had her 60th here recently, and my daughter's celebrating her 18th tonight in here as well. So it tends to be picking up in here, and it's just a nice size for, around 25, 30 people. Isn't that right?
That'd be right. I hope Colette doesn't hear you saying she was 60. To be how many more there's over that. Yeah, it's 25 to 30 people is grand for the function, you know. And there's also, you're not just stuck to cocktails. The lads bring pints up and that. So if you're here, you'll be drinking your pint. You won't be drinking cocktails.
No.
So ever who's doing Matty might be doing the running up and down and whatever. So, yeah, nice little party now tonight. And Colette have a good time anyway. She did.
Yeah,
she did.
loved it.
That's good. 50 plus the VAT, Colette.
You're very kind, Jad. Better make sure she doesn't hear this podcast. And I just noticed as well, I mean, we come in here for coffee on a regular basis during the week, and it is a very dog-friendly pub. And is that a conscious thing? Because, like, coming in here for myself for a coffee when I'm out for a walk, everyone knows the names of the dogs. And it's great crack. And the dogs literally pull the owners in because they know Barlow has treats and biscuits and sausages. And, like, I walked here, we babysit Maggie, Jenny's dog. And, like, I bring Maggie for a walk by this pub. And, like, I pretend to walk straight by the pub, but no, I'm dragged in here and she's looking around to see where Barlow is because she knows he has treats. I mean, was that always the option here? Was it dog friendly? Or just one day did you decide to make it a dog friendly pub?
Well, no, I always brought my own dog in. And, I love dogs. Absolutely love them. And then people, when I couldn't bring my dog in and not let you bring your dog in. So it just got, I think the dogs knew more so than in the little doggy telegraph that was going round. You had the treats and Barlows there, so up we go. But it's great to see them, isn't it? You know, it's the way they come in and they keep their eyes on me or keep their eyes on who's behind the bar, knowing that the treats are coming. And it's absolutely great. And by the way, Santa Paws is coming up the Sunday before Christmas, about 11 o'clock. So anyone that has a little mutt that wants to dress him up and bring him up, you're more than welcome. So all little treats as well that day.
So going forward then in a few years, where can you expect the Railway Tavern to be? You'll still be here, obviously, and I mean, you know, you mentioned Nico and Jake there as well, and there it's so more or less it's a family involved as well in the pub business, isn't it?
Yeah, totally, 100% family. The pub is here actually since 1849, so that's 176 years. I'm the best part of 25 years here. This pub, I think, will be here for another 176 years. I can't see the pubs dying out in Ireland, not at all. We love our crack. And sports-wise, Ireland has to be the best country in the world for you know, TV sports, going to the games, soccer, rugby, gar, everything. It's just phenomenal, you know. Even there's 14 televisions here. And, you know, most of the time they're not on, but when the time needs to be on, they are on, yeah. So in a few years, I hope I'm lying on the beach somewhere in the Caribbean and Jake and Nico will be ploughing away here. But yeah, I'd say long live the railway, long live all pubs. Definitely all pubs.
Listen, Barlow, really appreciate your time and as always, continued success. Not that you need it, but, you know, it's always great. The staff are absolute brilliant. Dare I mention, the Railway Tavern has won numerous awards through Drogheda District Chamber. If you're in, please come in, pop in, and you'll see all the awards over the main bar. So, look, continued success to you and the lads.
Thank you very much, Michael, and the best of luck to you. And I hope, we have a few more awards coming. Maybe, we never know. But to all the customers out there, as Tommy Lowdy would say, bye-bye now. Thank you very much, lads.